Okay, this is the engine compartment of a Little Red Express. Really iconic Dodge truck that just everybody right now is in a rave about. These things are fantastic pieces of equipment. This guy houses its original style 360, which is the engine that they came with. 360 Mopar motor. It has a set of chrome valve pan covers. That's the way they came from the factory. It has a cold air intake air cleaner as it came from the factory with the air induction tubes still intact and really nice condition. Most of them are deteriorated. These are not. Has its original equipment cast iron intake manifold on it, cast iron exhaust manifold still intact. No one's put headers on it or done any modifications of the car, other than they got rid of the thermoquad that these guys were released, which were a problematic carburetor, and now it has a Carter AFB Edelbrock carburetor on it. It's a great upgrade for this vehicle. You don't have to put up with all the irritating parts of a thermoquad. The car does have power steering. It has power disc brakes on it, dual stage master cylinder, does not have air conditioning. It has been omitted from this vehicle. It does not have air. It has the original smog canister still intact on it. The inside of the engine compartment is painted red just the way it should be from Mopar. The heater is still hooked up and functional for the passenger compartment. It has a clutch fan on it with the correct style fan shroud going to a heavy-duty radiator that Mopar put in on it. This is a overflow tank for your radiator. It has a new battery. Donnie just wants to turn that in on it. I'm sure it has new belts on it. Donnie puts new belts on everything. The splash pans and the inner fender panels are still the original ones and still intact and in excellent condition. Has a set of high silicone plug wires on it. Your engine ID and tag on the passenger side inner fender panel still intact. Also on the hood you can see your wire routing, hose actually routing, and tag in the front here. That's all original from Mopar. It hasn't been repainted or and nothing's done with it through the years. The front core support on this car is original. It doesn't indicate that it's had any trauma whatsoever. These motors made a lot of torque. They weren't a high horsepower motor, but they were a very torquey motor at that point in time from Chrysler, and it just pushes this little truck along as fast as you want it to go. We're going to do the rest of it and show you what we can there. Hi, here at Hanksters in Daytona Beach, Florida, and we're going to give you a quick overview of our Little Red Express truck. Just going to go up on our site, and it's really a nice one. This thing has a lot of character to it, as they all do. The paint on this is, I'm going to call it a little bit better than driver quality. It's not a show quality paint job, but it is certainly better than the paint that came on this car when it was released by Chrysler. If you can notice the gap around the hood area across the front, both sides up to the fenders and up to the cowl area is just as nice as could possibly be. No overhang, nice fitment of the hood. Again, the paint is really nice and even on this vehicle. The grille, which is usually deteriorated through age, a lot of times these things will oxidize somewhat because it's anodized aluminum. This particular one is just as clean and fresh as it was the day it was new. Front bumper placement is nice. You can see it's the linearity and everything of it is just as straight and nice as can possibly be found on a car. The headlight bezels are nice and clean, and the way the rest of the grille area is. Parking lights down in the front valance area between the grille and the bumper. Amber, and they're really nice and clean also. There's no dents or marks on the front bumper itself. The chrome is very nice on it. There's really no scuffs or marks or anything on it from anyone putting their feet on it through the years. A little tiny bit of a scuff here that I can see, but other than that, that might even clean off. Nice front end on this car. Very nice front end. Going down the side of it, side marker lamps are nice. A little scratch right here in the kind of a little nick. We're not going to fix it. It's the original paint striping on the vehicle. The Adventure 150 designation on the side of the truck here, the way it should be. It doesn't appear to be tinted glass. I'm going to call it just plain glass, and it has the correct wiper arms, incorrect blades on it, but they'll function just as well as, or if not better than, the original ones that came on the vehicle. Dash pad, dash area is as nice as you could ever hope to find on one. There's no deterioration or anything. Drip rail molding. There's no marks whatsoever in it, absolutely none. Of course, you got dual mirrors hanging off the side of this guy. There's no chrome trim on these vehicles. They came with black rubber seals on them. The window wipes, whiskers are just as fresh and clean as you'd ever hope to find. Little Red Express truck designation on the side. The paint is very, very nice on the vehicle. The wheels are the correct style chrome slots that came with these vehicles. That's the wheel that was released with them by Dodge. Inside our little truck, door panels are nice. They're plastic, of course, you know, but they're in excellent condition. The original style padded armrests are not just covered up. They are the original style armrests. The dash area has no cracks whatsoever in it. Has a bench style front seat, but it has a fold down armrest. So if you want to make it look like bucket seats, absolutely you can. Set of floor mats inside of it, the correct style steering wheel in it. The dash is nice and clean, AM, FM radio. It's a nice interior in this car. Everything appears to be original too. It doesn't appear to have been redone. Looks like a nice, nice clean, straight interior in the car. Door jambs are nice. Devin will show you some good pictures of them, showing you how clean the car actually is. The tag from Dodge, he'll also take you some good pictures of that. There's two of them there. There's a metal one on top and a plastic stick-on the other one, telling you all about your truck and its authenticity. Door jambs are just as nice as you could find. Doors closed, everything lines up just the way you'd hope it to. Definitely an iconic symbol here for Dodge. Twin stacks, chrome stacks going up out of this guy. They made it really look good, really look good. Little steps there also that are chrome plated that you can get on. Again, you can take a look and see that the trim on this car is really nice. The original style gold striping and gold lettering on the truck is really nice. It's clean. It's not beginning to peel anywhere. All the lumber on this thing has been totally taken off and redone. Everything has a nice, fresh, clean coat of clear urethane put over it. Just shines like glass. Very, very nice protective finish on it too. So you can wash the heck out of this guy and don't have to worry about deteriorating the wood in the future. Has a set of white lighter tires on it also to complement the slotted wheels. This is just a nice truck all over the place. Everywhere you look. Again, check this wood out on the back. Really nice. I mean, very, very nice. And inside the bed too, I'm not going to pull the deck down, the tailgate down, but you can see the wood has all been redone too. And also the separations are stainless steel and they've all been finely polished. This is the first one I remember seeing with the spare tire carrier up here. Generally they have them underneath the back end here. That really looks neat in here. That's a real nice addition to this vehicle. The reason it's probably not under there is a class 3 hitch on here. So if you wanted to pull a boat, a smaller boat, or a pair of jet skis or something, be no problem at all. It's a class 3 hitch and it more up to doing the job for you there. Back bumper the same as it was on the front bumper, nice linearity to it, nice fitment. Chrome the same way. It's really, really nice. It's not absolute show quality chrome, but it's the way it came from Chrysler in the late 70s. So nice truck so far. We still haven't found any real marks or chips or dings or any imperfections in the paint. And again, we're talking about a driver quality or better paint job here. So same thing on the fenders. You know, the paint's nice and even, and there's no dents on the top of these bed rails. The whole truck is very, very nice. Can't find anything on it really. Again, on a stack on this side. And usually if you look in, you see the pipes are all rusty and everything. This one is not. The exhaust system is all painted silver underneath the shield, the heat shield, and it's just as fresh as could be. Same thing with this side. All your plastic door panels just as nice as you could hope to find. Someone's added a set of speakers in the bottoms of the doors, you know, for a sound system in the vehicle to help it sound a little better. Nice truck so far. I don't see anything at all out of line. Absolutely nothing. And again, look how everything fits. Check the gaps on this thing. Same as on the other side in the hood. It just cannot be any better. Can't be. Mirror's loose. Got to figure out how to tighten that mirror up for you. Correct style single mast Mopar antenna. And again, check the gaps out on the hood, to the fender, to the door, front of the door, back of the door. This thing has a nice fitment to it and a nice finish. It's a Dodge Little Red Express. They only made these trucks a couple years, and they just have a following right now. Trying to find one is the problem. Selling them doesn't seem it's the problem. The finding is the issue, especially to find one that hasn't been beaten to death and just overused through the years. These things are really great running vehicles. They're a good utility vehicle. You can take them and use them. You can haul things in them. You can pull things with them, and you can use it to go to car shows just as a neat second vehicle, or a primary vehicle, really. That's what they were sold for in the beginning, you know, to take and use as a regular everyday transportation piece. And it does it very well. We're going to go for a drive on it and an undercarriage presentation for you. And it's available here at Hanksters in Daytona Beach. And we always encourage everybody to come down and look at these vehicles in person. You know, we try to present them as well as we possibly can to you. But in reality, you know, it's so much better if you come down. We get a chance to meet you, present it to you in person. You get a chance to drive it. I'll show you all the amenities of a vehicle so you know exactly what you're getting for your money. But if you can't, that's why Devin's putting this video together for you, and 100 still photo pictures. Take a look at it. Okay, this is the undercarriage of our Little Red Express truck. Really a nice truck. Heavy duty sway bar in the front. You can see the shocks have been replaced. They're not brand new, but they have been replaced. Disc brakes in the front. New exhaust system on it, the whole way back from what I can see. Well, whole way backing up. From what I can see, the oil pan's been cleaned up. There's no leaks evident at this point. That doesn't mean somewhere down the road you're not going to find a drip of oil on your vehicle. All I can tell you is right now, you're looking at it. You can see there's no oil here, there's no oil on the bell housing, and there's no oil on the transmission pan, or the tail shaft, or the speedometer, gear drive. Everything is just as nice as could be at this point. The frame on the car is real clean. You can see that this thing hasn't been used out in the weather for any length of time. Floor pans are all original. There's no indication that they've ever been messed with in any way. The gas tank is the original gas tank. Of course, it's plastic. Great big huge gas tank there for us. Let's see what else we can point out for you here. All the structural braces underneath are just as nice and clean as you could hope to find. This guy, you're going to see some rust marks, well, deterioration, and a couple bolts sticking down. A couple places it had a set of ugly ironing boards on it, so they're in the dumpster now. We took them off. The floor underneath is nice and solid. It's been painted black and sealed from underneath here so that no water or anything deteriorates that wood any length of time. Has a heavy-duty Chrysler rear end in it, Dana style. Drum brakes in the back. Parking brakes still hooked up and functional, just the way it should be. Nice curvature to the springs, both sides of it. You know, very nice curvature to them. New air shocks in the back. I can see them that they don't look like they're very old at all. They're excellent condition. The structural piece that goes across the back that ties the two frame sections together is just as nice and clean and original as can be. You can see that the Class 3 hitch is mounted up with bolts. It's not welded on. If you don't want it there, take it off, or we can take it off prior to shipping it for you, however you want to do it. But the undercarriage of this vehicle has a lot of originality to it. It doesn't indicate that it's ever any deterioration or any trauma at any time. And again, the driveline you can see, including the rear differential, at this point does not have any leaks. And I can't guarantee it won't next month or next year, but at this point it doesn't. Nice car underneath, very nice car. Take a look at it if you're in the market for a Little Red, because there's not that many of them out there, and we got a nice one. Okay, this is our Little Red Express. Neat truck. These things are so neat. And the horn works. You can hear it tooting away. Oil pressure's up nice where it should be. Holy crap, Jeff gave us some fuel in this one. There's almost a full tank of gas in it, so the fuel gauge is also functioning. Alternator is functioning just like it should. You can see it charging, and the temperature just starting to come up. We just fired this guy up. Let's see what else we got here. We got fan working, heater controls working like they should. That's working. Let's see if we got wipes and wash. I'm not washing, but there's the wipes. Okay, the wipers working as they should. Turn signal left in the speedometer enclosure there. You can see it's working. Turn signal right. Just beating itself to death over there. It looks good. Okay, let's try it. Radio, is it going to work? Mopar radio after how many years? Get the hell out. It's working. Unbelievable. Leave it to Mopar. Alright, we're going to go for a ride, see what this guy runs like. Okay, this is a really nice tight running truck. Look at this. No hands on the steering wheel, and we are going straight as an arrow yet. Look at this. Still no hands. Starting to drift off a little bit to the left, but we went how many yards already. Okay, let's try. There's nobody behind me, so we're going to try brakes, no hands. Clean to a stop. Straight as an arrow. Car runs just like it should. Speedometer working as it should. Tranny shifts nice and clean and crisp too. Not sluggish. It's nice, clean, crisp shifts. Temperature coming up. It's not running hot at all. It's only up about a quarter of the way on the gauge. It's just starting to warm up for us. Nice interior in this car. There's something I did miss, and I'm going to point it out. I just saw it, and I got to point it out to you. When I went over the outside of the vehicle, there are two little tiny golf ball hits on the edge of the raised part of this hood over here. There's one here, and there's one about a foot in front of it. And you probably won't see them. Devin's going to try to show you, but I'm picking them out and telling you they're there. We're going to have our dent guy come in and push them out, so they're no longer going to be there. This guy's a wizard, too. Very, very good. You'll never tell that he took a ding out of a vehicle. And they were so minuscule that I didn't even notice them walking around the side of the car, but I can see them here looking down inside the front of the car. All right, we'll give this guy a little squirt here, see what it runs like. You know, you got to remember, these are heavy trucks, and that's 60. Pretty admirable for a 360 Spog motor, and really a great running truck. Every shift was first to second, second to third was nice and clean. You know, no sluggishness whatsoever to them, very positive. And again, look at the steering on this thing. You believe this? Look. Nice truck.